Alright, folks, welcome back. We're going to tackle a lot of the Seeker's tokens in Vernworth. We're not going to get all of them.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Anyway, as I was saying, we'll focus on getting a good bit of the Seeker's tokens here in Vernworth,
I lack information
and
pertinent to
some
this task.
outside of Vernworth.
Consider hiring a poor
So,
better apprised of such
let's
matters.
get right to it.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how...
Our first one will be here, right outside the wall, where the guardhouse is.
we might reach it? Ah, now here's a surprise. Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
So, even with all the work Capcom did, Vernworth is still a bit of a mess and laggy. My performance definitely tanks a lot when I'm here. The video may not portray it exactly, but I can feel the damping of my performance, and it's a shame. Actually, I think the area between here and the Volcanic Isle have the worst performance in the game. Alright, next Seeker's token, however. It will be located near the western exit.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, you must hire a pawn who does.
Still, I do love the architectural design of this area, and it's still very beautiful. Oh, hello.
Say, you've got a decent arm on you, and no need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own two eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior. I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
So, there is the student we need to find for Baron, and that is half of that quest taken care of.
If we've the coin.
Let's see if I
We might
can
be lucky enough to find some in treasure
manage
chests.
this jump. Come
True
on.
enough.
Maybe not. No, I can normally do it. I might have to play Thief or Mage here, though. Let's try right there. Oh my goodness. It is not where I intended to go, but funnily enough, it worked. There we go. Alright. And make this jump. This will end up leading us to another Seeker's token. Vernworth is a very beautiful little city to me, and definitely has some verticality to it in a couple hidden areas. Definitely makes it a little interesting and fun to explore, at least to me. And here is our next Seeker's token up on the rampart. And back down we go. Try to find somewhere where I won't hurt myself to land. Let's go get a relatively easy one. Though do be careful coming up here, you can trigger a NPC to talk to you for a quest. Thankfully he has not spawned for me yet. And we have it right here on this fountain. We'll head back into the town square to get yet another Seeker's token. And then we'll actually go towards the inn to get another. There's quite a few that are actually strewn about here. So let's make our way into town and get them.
Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Next one will be hidden right in the fountain in the center of town. And then we shall just go through the inn here.
What does this say?
Let's have a look then.
I'm actually going to deposit some items, so
Well met.
bear with
You
me.
will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated. The foremost hospitality. Much obliged.
Alright. Sorry, I just had to get that out of the way. And let me just nab this chest back here real quick.
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
And I suppose a couple more loose items lying around. More money never hurts after all. What have we here? The driver's daybook. The other day, I arrived at the border checkpoint, only to realize I'd left my entry permit back at the inn. Ended up having to make the trip back, so I was late for my delivery. When I complained to a fellow driver about it, he said next time I ought to use a bistron mask. Seems Beetle favors its bistron residents, so they can get through without hassle of a permit. Might be worth keeping a disguise to hand, just in case. And that actually does work. Believe it or not, it's not just a bunch of shenanigans in a book like some games like to do. Don't need the camping kit. So, let's go on up. A little bit of platforming here. And we will get another Seeker's token on top of the Riftstone. Oh, it finally tells me about the passage of time. I love it. Alright, so let me just put on a very good early game weapon and give this to my pawn here. Alright. Now, where is that jump? This isn't to get a Seeker's token, this is just me trying to get to a chest. Old throat cutters. Pretty decent weapon. If it wasn't what you started with. Let's see. Trying to remember. I think there's only a couple more left in town. I believe they're up in the noble's quarters, along with the other one I had gotten. I know there's one on top of the morgue, so... Oh yeah, this is a nice little feature that they added. Draws your eye to the port crystal, and teaches you about them. Using a fairy stone will instantly transport you to a port crystal, and you can place them down. You can have up to 10, as I have stated before, and I do believe you get 6 in a playthrough, and after that, only 1. So, let's activate that so we actually have access to it when we need it. And let's see if I remember correctly, the morgue has a seeker's token on the top of it. So instead of going down into it, it should be right here.
Weapons.
Right on top of it.
That's simple enough to procure if we have the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
And then I believe the last 2 I will be getting, there should be one on top of the Baldwin estate, and then one where the sewers are. Cannot ever remember where they are because you very rarely use them in this game, unlike the first one. Oh my goodness. Just bear with me here. It's been a while since I've actually had to get all of the Seeker's tokens here in Vernworth, and just trying to make sure I'm not going crazy. Although, I see the smoke from the Seeker's token up there, so I'm not 100% crazy. Let's just see if I can make my way up there, trying to remember how. I think right here. Go around, then hop onto this, to here, to the roof. And we have this one right here. And I almost fell off. Goodness, don't do that. Actually, the sewers are right here, where there's quite literally another one. So let me go in here real quick. Talking about restricted entry to some areas, such as Vernworth Castle and prison.
But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Let's see, lantern oil, chest. Hey, the Marcher's armor. I actually love the look of this set. So, a little less defense, but come on, fashion. Alright, and it is right here in the castle. Just gotta come in through this way. Alright, so that actually takes care of quite a few Seeker's tokens. And now we can proceed with some quests here. So this is where the game pace really kind of does start to get goofy. You're able to get 3 quests from... Oh my goodness. Sorry, my watch kind of distracted me there. So you'll actually be able to get 3 quests from Brant, but then after you do those 3 quests, you have the Masquerade, and after that, you're essentially going to be sent to Beetle. Then after that, it's pretty much game over. It's that quick. But there are quite a few side quests to pick up here. The first one that I am definitely going to pick up, because it coincides with a quest with Brant, is talking to Klaus here in the Vocation Guild.
Greetings.
Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
So you'll see warrior and sorcerer are grayed out here. There's actually an in-game reason for that, and let's defer back to Klaus for that, although I am going to swap to mage and swap my pawn to fighter. I like the defensive augments in this game, so give me a second.
Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
You shall have to scour high and low.
Alright, let me change my equipment around. Bear with me.
I've lightened my pack a bit, so I
And
shan't
let
fall
me
behind.
deposit some items. Again, I apologize, just bear with me. Just the nature of playing the game.
Good evening, sir. Trust you fared all right, or
All right.
do you know where to find me?
So, curiosity. I'm level 14. This works out for me. So we've gotten that quest from Klaus. And we will end up grabbing all of the
want for
quests from
information?
Brant real quick.
Mayhap we ought to speak with this Sir Roderick. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovran, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but that the central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Harve Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of Saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of these misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Pray, follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deezer demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Over here, if you please.
Alright. We've got all 3 main quests from Brant. So, I'm actually going to change out my pawns real quick. Then we will continue on with the quest from Klaus. And we will head towards the Trevo Mine and get a couple more Seeker's Token along the way.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain. At least I go knowing I fought.
So, let's see if I can find a thief around here, and chances are I cannot. Alright, what do you have? Just biting wind? No. Well, the good news is we're at a large enough port crystal that I can just search for a pawn if I would like. Does not need quest knowledge. And hopefully I can find an appropriate pawn. Well, for now we'll go with this one.
Master, idle chatter shan't do our... 'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
In interesting. Never mind. Let's find one with the correct skills. Oh, looks like it's this one.
You'll find none lighter on their feet than a thief. I'm sure let us work together to...
Alright. Let's continue now.
I just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has...
Oi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold could compare to a fellow life, eh?
Alright, so before I forget, you can enhance your equipment at any blacksmith. It just depends on where you're doing it. For Vermund, you have a balanced upgrade where it reduces the weight. Beetle favors strength but increases the weight. The Elven Sanctuary favors magic. And Dwarven Smithing, which is unlocked much later in the game, increases weight but is also providing the same exact stat upgrades as the Vermundian Smithing. However, it has the additional benefit of increasing your knockdown power. And overall, it's realistically the best smithing in the game, outside of a few very niche cases. Kinda unfortunate and defeats the purpose of a lot of it, but hey, you don't even need to use smithing to get through the game, but it definitely helps if you're struggling. And let me get rid of this extra pair of Pilgrim's Tights. See if there's anything I can afford that's worth it. Anchor to Heaven. I don't necessarily need that right now. I know I'll get a shield for my pawn soon. So, for now, let's
Not
just...
dying? That's just as well.
Defense is a little more important to me, actually. Let me just check armor again before I go anywhere.
Welcome to quality is what you need if you want.
We can get a circlet. A little costly, though. And Savant's boots are the best I can get right now. So let's check my pawn. Will not be a fighter for too much longer, but... I love the surcoat. If I remember correctly, I can realistically get away without buying any equipment here in Beetle. Goodness. Vernmund. I'm going to keep that flub in. I think that's kind of funny. Doesn't hurt to upgrade your gear a little bit, though. But for now, not going to do it. I like to keep the early game difficulty as long as I can. And now that I'm playing a mage, I have to remember to be aware of the fact that I can get smacked around really easily now. Less health and very squishy. But let's start making our way to Trevo Mine, and we'll pick up a couple Seeker's tokens along the way. If I can remember where the heck they are,
Look,
but
yonder,
that is a
I espy a distant shore,
problem
a
for
land
future me.
untraveled.
What sort of place might it be?
Let's
I
see.
wonder?
If I remember correctly, there's actually one like right here at the end of the bridge. I just have to remember how to get down there without hurting myself. Okay. Oh, hello. I don't have quick spell yet. Great. Ow. I don't remember you guys doing that much damage, but okay. I did say I was a squishy mage, so owie. Goodness. That was a bit painful. Okay. As I was saying, I am pretty sure that there is a Seeker's token kind of down around here.
The sky is radiant
Ooh.
this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
Oh,
True
darkness. Goodness. Okay. Outside of the fact that I just almost took a swim in the water and made a funny sound. Should be one around here, possibly. Am I going crazy? Aha. My goodness. Okay, right here. Make sure you don't fall in the water. I very much almost did that myself, and don't recommend it at all. Take your time. Don't go for a swim. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's get down the road here. And head towards Trevo Mine. Oh. Just gotta laugh about that. That was almost a big mistake on my part. And I believe there is one around this tower. Let's go inside, see if I am correct or not. If I can remember how to go inside.
We might find a use for it.
I hear zombies. Where are they?
For most priority is to douse those flames.
Okay. You know, one feature I do really like is the fact that each vocation has its own base stats, and it doesn't matter what you level as, you will eventually max out your stats. There are 999 levels in this game, and if you decide to pick up a vocation much later on, you will eventually level up your stats, but it may take a while.
I am in your debt.
And let me not forget I'm the mage of the group now. Gotta keep my pawns healed. I feel like I hear harpies up top. Ah, yeah, there's a Seeker's token out there. Alright.
Now, what might that be?
Oh no, oh no,
We ought to take
oh no.
a closer look.
I know you can get it without being a mage, but for safety reasons, it might not be a bad idea to be a mage for this. Alright. Next Seeker's token. Right outside this little tower.
Reminds me, ours is a party of women, by and large.
Oh, I don't have...
Two of us are the same.
I forgot I don't have the levitate skill yet. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness. Well, let me continue exploring the tower. I need some extra loot, but I think I'm gonna end up camping. And, might have to call this part here as we slowly make our way to the Trevo Mines. Oh my goodness, that was actually pretty good. Though I may go to Harve Village first. If only to exemplify the issue of performance. Because my goodness, is it freaking horrible when you go through that little causeway to Harve. And I feel like it's because the game's trying to load the AI nodes for both Vernworth and Harve at the same time. It's just the absolute worst performance of the entire friggin' game. And I really don't get it. But let me actually camp. Well, let me get over there and then camp. Oh no, don't fall. Don't fall. I love the stupid things I do in the early game. Truly I do.
We have no means of exploiting our enemies' weakness. I shan't let them harm you.
Oof. Friggin' goblin.
I can do no less than
And honestly, it's not a bad thing that I'm going out exploring at night right now. I will need a few items from these before long. Don't tell me I just lost a pawn.
I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
I know you're gonna... Ow. Or you're just gonna smack me with a freaking rock. How rude. No, no. You're not allowed to do that. Thank you. Thank you, Archer. The glowing eyes in the dark. How terrifying. Alright.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is
I hear a
an
pig
enemy in
nearby.
and of
Where are you?
itself. Let us instead
Come here,
strive to
boar.
better ourselves with every battle.
Okay. And that'll do. That will do. Let's recoup here. Man, I haven't actually had to use camping in this game like this at all. So, nice little experience. Scrag of Beast. Get a little extra stat boost here.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours sleep?
Alright.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover.
So let's
and we
go through this
continue
area
our journey.
towards Harve. I'm going to change
Rather
my
high.
game plan objective.
Must be beyond our reach.
I kinda wanna... Okay, it's telling me about pawns guiding me. I'm sorry. Distraction. I kinda wanna show the lackluster performance going this way, so just bear with me. Enjoy the journey a bit. It's kind of mind-boggling, as I already feel the frame rate dropping. And hey, would you look at that? We found ourselves a golden beetle right here off the beach, going along this path towards Harve. Definitely using that. These add up over time, and I very much like using them. Oh my goodness, I can already feel the performance going away. Oh no. So, we're going to be going through quite a few Saurians here. Please, for the love of God, protect me, pawns. That's all I'm asking. Or don't. Crap.
You must regain your footing.
Oh, you turd. Okay. Frickin' goodness. Not sure how this is going to go, considering how many Saurians I'm about to have to deal with. Alright. So the Rivage Cavern here is where performance just starts tanking for absolutely no reason. I feel like it's because it's loading the AI nodes of both Harve and Vernworth at the same time, but who knows? It makes absolutely no sense to me. And it's frustrating. Hello. Oh my goodness, playing Mage without Quick Spell is an experience. Oh, no, no, no. Whoa.
Be mindful. There are leak bugs around. Bear the light.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. Many thanks. A profitable endeavor.
Hello, slime. And bad performance. My goodness. I almost wonder, and this is more relevant to late game, but I almost wonder if something that happens later on is loaded for no good reason. And if you've already played the game, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, well, let's just say I wonder if a certain enemy is already loaded in when it shouldn't be. And that would just be so dumb and would not surprise me at all if they did that to save space for some reason. Oh no. That's right. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Oh my goodness. The frame rate. Anyway, we have another Seeker's Token here through the Rivage Cavern. Oh, this is quite the friggin' journey, but wonder if it's also the density of enemies. There's so many factors it could be that I just really don't get it. Oh, those are asps. This is gonna go poorly. These guys are a enemy from Beetle, and why I was so afraid of them when we were in the Waterfall Cavern is they hurt a lot.
You're welcome to take it whether you like it. I'd gladly see you where I find a good use.
Nice. So if we single them out, it's fine. But when it becomes multiples, as I've learned many, many times, it's not so nice. And since I don't have ice spells to exploit their weakness, please let me have something that'll heal it. Oh, Frig, gotta use the... Ow. Look at me just talking about how when they're isolated, they're not bad, and he says bet. Oh, I very much deserved that. One more vocation rank, and should get the defensive skills for both my pawn and myself. Go back to the vocations that I would prefer to be on, but it's fine. don't mind unlocking extra skills for later vocations. Hello. No, 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 no. Ow. Ow. Crap. I'm just a squishy mage. Leave me alone. Oh, goodness. Alright. So, the goal here is now to, at the very least, get to Harve.
Can't make much out from here, but I have a feeling 'twill be
And
worth the climb.
looking at the time this video's been going, I may not be able to do that. So I think that the best stopping point will actually be right here.
Materials such as
So
this
let me
combine to craft things.
get some things,
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
such as one of the best looking cloaks in the game to me. Hey, Fairystone. There it is, the Shadewalker's neck wrap. Definitely gonna put that on for a little while. I, honest to God, love it, even when I'm not playing Thief. Okay. Well, I do believe this is a very good point to stop at the moment. So, once again, thank you all for joining me on this grand adventure. And when we come back, we'll have plenty more Seeker's tokens to get and plenty more quests to conquer. Catch y'all in the next one.